Section 46. It was put there with a very clear rationale that over 98% or even 100% of all NGOs in this country depend on foreign donations, and that's a danger. It takes away your independence, it takes away your security, it takes away a lot of strength, and also your bargaining power. It's important that please stand firm and take advantage of Section 46. It's for your own good. And I'm sure, of course, the moment you start it, what at times makes you not take it so seriously is that in one arm you are making billions, the other arm is starting with very small money coming in. But it's good, start small, you may expand. I've given you for BRAC. BRAC committed to develop regulations. Actually, we feel what I've just told you right now is supposed to clearly come out in the regulations, and that was the original intention. Unfortunately, in 2017, when the regulations came out, that component never came out clearly. Actually, it's not even there in the regulations. So I think what we are going to have to do, the fact that this whole rationalization exercise is now coming to an end, mainly for the NGO Bureau, one of the things we are going to have to think of considering in the regulations we shall develop, or even in the act we are reviewing, is to consult more on this. So that as we consult, we see what is it that NGOs are missing, that they want to see in the act to compel them to take advantage of that. And at the point of developing the regulations, we feel that we can actually incorporate it in these regulations so that we have all these detailed procedures operationalizing that substantive provision in the act. So I think, Chris, I think I've done my part. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Stephen, and please give him another big round of applause. And Stephen, I'm going to request that you give me an extra 25 minutes before you go. Yeah, I knew if I asked you publicly, you wouldn't say no. So that was the trick. All right, so I mean, we might have one or two questions for you, so that's why I would like you to stay. But I want to make sure we conclude the panel, and then we take all the questions at once. For the first time during this conference, we want to give ourselves a tea break. So each one of us will step out and pick a cup of coffee for 30 minutes and then reconvene. So now I would like to move to Force. And Force is really going to be sharing perspectives on how to leverage the youth dividend to improve and steer our economic development or political development agenda. So Force, please go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, moderator, for this very wonderful opportunity. I will be sharing the innovative practices to mobilize youth and best practices and lessons learned from working with the young people. But before I share with us the best practices and the lessons learned and the innovations, allow me give a brief background of Force.
So just to clarify, each one of us has 5 minutes, so I hope you use that time very well.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. We are an indigenous organization, not-for-profit, non-denominational, and non-partisan. Pro-youth organization, we work for youth. With a mission, a community worth living for all. We want to see a community where everybody is comfortable. We have a mission to empower marginalized and vulnerable communities with knowledge and skills for prosperity. Now, before we enter deep into the practices and the innovation, I have a reflection question for all of us. As Uganda strives for sustainable development, can we truly achieve this if the voice of the young people, who make up over 70% of the population, are not reflected in the key decision making? That is number one. That is a reflection question that I want all of us to take notes. And when we are engaging, we should be seeing where we fall as CSOs and the stakeholders. Did you know that 70% of the population under the age of 25 are unemployed, and the over 13% uh, over 13% are unemployed? Can we claim to be moving forward when the majority of our nation energy creativity potential remains untapped and underutilized? I have those two questions that I want us to reflect on. The last thing is I want us to understand that most of our youth, before I start in any background initiative, most of our youth even don't know government projects that are running in their communities. That is misinformation. There is no coordination gap. They have a coordination gap and participation gap. Fourth, what we do, we handle issues of inclusive participation of youth and women in leadership and governance processes, unequal access to health and health-related information, youth unemployment, sexual risk behaviors, gender-based violence, child neglect, and abandonment. Our pathway, what we have used to make sure that we involve these young people, our theory of change. Number one, we have three, and we also have three ways to, 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 to implement these uh, pathways. Number one, let youth be innovators. We urge you to think, we want youth to think creatively and bring fresh new ideas to solve challenges they face. By embracing innovation, they can develop solutions